You wouldn't think like this kind of sport you have such physical aspect. There's pretty big hits out there.
Of all of our adaptive sports we do, it's the only thing we do competitive. When you meet some of our players, they want to go be physical, they want to hit people, they want to go fast.
It's freedom of movement in a way that a lot of people don't have on dry land, and they can fly.
I love the competitiveness of it. I love the acceptance. I'm not different here. I made a lot of great connections. I'm just really happy playing it.
In Boston, the sport of sled hockey is growing in numbers thanks to programs like the Sears Adaptive Hockey Program at the Spaulding Adaptive Sports Center and supporters of inclusion like Warrior Ice Arena.
Warrior Ice Arena creates opportunities both on and off the ice. We have a very affordable rate for schools to be able to come in here, tour the facility, skate if they wish to, but then also making sure that people with all different abilities can find a way to utilize the ice.
Working with this facility and obviously with the Bruins organization can be a draw to bring new people in.
This is our 6th year. We started out with like 5 people, and last week at practice we had 30 people on the ice.
So our players range from male and female, young and old. You'll see amputees, you'll see folks with spinal cord injuries, with cerebral palsy, all sorts of diagnoses that prevent them from playing stand-up hockey. If they are more just on the recreational, I want to get out, get some experience, get some exercise, they can come to our community hockey. And then if they're interested in a more competitive version of hockey, they can try out for the team and come play and practice and get some very strong coaching.
The sport of sled hockey is not an easy one to play.
You're using 2 sticks, you're getting the power from your shot, not from your legs and your trunk, so you really have to have a high level of skill to maintain your balance.
People don't realize we don't use our arms to get around. And you hop on the ice and your arms are tanked in about 5 minutes.
I was born with cerebral palsy, and I tried out for teams in schools and never made them. And then I walked into the hockey rink one day to try out sled hockey at 33 years old, and I've been doing it ever since.
The setup was really hard for me because my amputations are so high. Getting a bucket to work was a challenge. Tried a few sports in my recovery, swimming, hand cycling, and then a year ago I started playing sled hockey. And it's just great to be back on a team.
That actual speed and skill that go into the sport is incredible, and it's just so much fun to like actually compete strongly against people again.
Brendan played sports growing up, but never hockey. That all changed after a devastating accident.
I was living and working on a farm in the Dominican about a little over 3 years ago, and one day after work I climbed a tree and fell out from like 30 feet. I broke both my wrists and my L1 vertebrae. It was pretty life-shattering, like everything had changed. I had to like relearn to walk again. I was introduced to Spaulding Adaptive Sports Center when I was at the hospital, and I started like doing windsurfing, kayaking, but then I got into the hockey program, and that really helped with like the whole mental, physical recovery. I spent 2 years playing with the Spaulding team in Boston, but I had quickly progressed and I got pretty good at it, and so I moved up last season to the National Championship League.
It's really exciting to know that they can have the opportunity to skate locally, but if they work hard and get the right coaching and training, they can look toward being on a national Paralympic team sometime.
And the sport of sled hockey has now shaped Brendan's career path.
I soon figured out that I could use my skills that I quickly acquired to help teach people, and it actually put me on the career path to become a Spaulding employee. And so I'm going back to school to become a rec therapist.
Sled hockey is also attracting young people as well.
The Spaulding Sledgehogs are our youth team, and they are from 7 to 16 that play also competitively. They practice with the adults. It's a growing program. They went out to nationals 2 years ago for their first time as their inaugural year of a team, and they won their division, a national championship.
We're called the Sledgehogs because sled hockey used to be called sledge hockey, so we came up with Sledgehogs.
Logan was born with a hereditary spinal disease. He's looking to follow the path of his older brother Owen, who has the same affliction and has excelled at several adaptive sports.
Come on, Logan!
I watched some of the Paralympics on TV, and I saw that people were playing sled hockey, and it looked really cool.
We treat injuries, we treat disabilities, but that doesn't get the person back into life. And if you get somebody involved in a sport, it makes them realize, if I can go play competitive team, well, I can go do this other thing, I can go back to school. It just opens those doors and lets people know what they're capable of.
If you bring people with the right resources, there's lots of opportunities, and I think hockey as a high-level sport and a team sport helps balance out people's level of impairment.
Everybody has a little bit of magic in them. You just got to find the right group of people to help you bring it out.
You've got the sport portion, but you also have the camaraderie. And that's a huge, huge part of the attraction.
I enjoy watching them grow. I enjoy the smiles, the growth, the development, and somebody suddenly does something different or figures something out for the first time. And those smiles of, wow, look what I just did. I got a goal.
Adaptive sports is the next generation. It's not a step backward, it's the next step forward, because there is nobody out there that can't participate today. And programs like Spaulding and their adaptive sports centers have that knowledge and most of those pieces of equipment to make everything possible.
It means overcoming adversity. It means resilience. It means being able to do things that you thought you could never do again. And it means drawing on the support of people around you to help you, particularly through those more challenging days. And ultimately looking back and thinking, who'd have guessed that, I'd be doing today what I'm doing in view of where I was a year or two ago.
For more information on finding your strength with Spaulding's Adaptive Sports, go to spaldingrehab.org.